So, well, I think we'll get started because lots of people wait for the recording, and a few people have messaged me today to say that they can't join us. So, actually, before we do that, I think goodbye. I'm just going to stop that for a moment, and I just think we'll just all take a few deep breaths. And for those of us who are at the end of the day, just release the day. For those of you who are at the start of your day, welcome the day in with a few deep breaths. I'm going to sit for very long, but just remember to breathe down past your throat, really down. Deep breaths. And as you breathe out, just release anything that needs releasing. We don't need to be holding on to things. You need to just relax your shoulders a little bit. Maybe unclench your hands. Relax your face. Relax your belly. All of these places where we hold sneaky tension. So release anything from the day, or release any anxieties about the day to come. Okay. Also, wiggle to settle yourself. Now we'll get going. So, for me, I begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from where I greet you today. And for me, that is the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. And I may honour their living connection to the lands and waters of this country and pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. And I offer the same respect to any elder who may be with us tonight. And I encourage you to take a moment and think of the Indigenous people, the traditional landowners of the lands that you are joining us from as well. Celebrate that rich connection. So Shanglon, the protector of the Yuthok Nyingthik, the general, as Dr. Nita calls him, of the armies of protectors for medicine Buddha. Shanglon protects the spiritual tradition of Tibetan medicine and its practitioners and the texts. He protects the practice of Tibetan medicine and the practitioners and the medicines and the people who receive it. But also, he protects us and the people that we call on him to help. He is the remover of all obstacles and the swift bringer of healing. And we have two versions of Shanglon, and we will work with both of them this evening. Some of you old hands, you've been down this road with me for many years now. But it's nice to be reminded occasionally too. So the wrathful Shanglon on the horse, representing the very swift action of calling him in, and he is the one that really comes in with all the power of removing obstacles and bringing healing. And we can really ask for ourselves, for people we care about, and for all sentient beings. Don't be afraid to ask, because the compassion of the Buddhas and the deities is infinite. Their power to help us is infinite. So think big. And the seated Shanglon, he does all of these things too, but also is more related to the things that affect us in our temporal lives, in our existence, the things that are impacting on our journey through the world. And of course, again, when we get to that part, you can hold in your heart the people and things and places that are close to you. And we always, of course, carry all the sentient beings, and that's not just humans. This planet is not just for us. But also, we're all aware how challenging and difficult life is at this time. So it's good to call on these protector deities and ask them to help everybody. But don't leave yourself out. Yeah, all sentient beings include you. So yeah, our aspiration is, may Shanglon Dorje clear the path of obstacles, protect the lineage of healing, and support all who practice medicine for the welfare of the world. So we do a fairly simple, unelaborated practice. For me, this is as much about intention as anything else. So let's move on. And what we will do first is take refuge. And you can see there on the screen, you have Yuthok Nyingthik, who we say is the father of Tibetan medicine, but was also a walking emanation of the medicine Buddha and Guru Rinpoche, Padmasambhava. So when we take refuge in the context of this practice, we're taking refuge in Yuthok, because when we pray to Yuthok, we pray to all the Buddhas. It's very efficient, yes? So we'll take refuge now, and we say twice in Tibetan and then once in English. Namo. Bigdu deshek toji chang chok tu konchok sumjino. Dakshen jangjot ma tokpa nigne niva chopsuchi. Bigdu deshek toji chang chok tu konchok sumjino. Dakshen jangjot ma tokpa nigne niva chopsuchi. Homage, you who are the union of all Sagatas and Vajradhara, essence of the three jewels in the 10 directions and 3 times. Until I and all others achieve enlightenment from my inner heart, I take refuge in you. Now we move on to bodhicitta, rising of unconditional love. Again, twice in Tibetan and once in English. Sanji churang sukchi chunamla, janjuk baru dagni chop suchi, daji jinsok jipe sonamki, dula panchi sanji du pasho. Sanji churang sukchi chunamla, janjuk baru dagni chop suchi, daji jinsok jipe sonamki, dula panchi sanji du pasho. Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until enlightenment, I take refuge in you. Through my merit of generosity and so on, may I attain Buddhahood for the good of all sentient beings. And then the 4 immeasurables, the beautiful prayer. Samchen Tomche Dewa Dang Diwe Ju Dang Dan Pa Gu Chik. Samchen Tomche Duk Now Dang Duk Now Ju Ju Dang Drelwa Gu Chik. Samchen Tomche Duk Now Mi Pe Dewa Dang Mi Drelwa Gu Chik. Samchen Tomche Ni Ning Chak Dang Ni Dang Drel Wei Tang No Me La Ne Pa Gu Chik. Samchen Tomche Dewa Dang Diwe Ju Dang Den Pa Gu Chik. Samchen Tomche Duk Now Dang Duk Now Ji Ju Dang Drelwa Gu Chik. Samchen Tomche Duk Now Mi Pe Dewa Dang Mi Drelwa Gu Chik. Samchen Tomche Ni Ning Chak Dang Ni Dang Drel Wei Tang Niom La Ne Pa Gu Chik. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be separated from the supreme joy that is beyond all sorrow. May all beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, and sorrow. Because Shanglon works for Medicine Buddha, we must, of course, invoke Medicine Buddha first. So we'll say a full mala of the Medicine Buddha mantra. Tayat Om Bekenze Maha Bekenze Ratsa Samagati Soha. Tayata 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 Om Bekenze Maha Bekenze Ratsa Samagati Soha. Om Bekenze Maha Bekenze Ratsa Samagati Soha. Tayat 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 Om Bekenze Maha Bekenze Ratsa Samagati. Tayat Om Bekenze Maha Bekenze Ratsa Samagati Soha. 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 Tayat Om Bekenze Maha Bekenze Ratsa Samagati. Tayat Om Bekenze Maha Bekenze Ratsa Samagati Soha. 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 Tayata Om Bekanse Maha Bekanse Ratsa Samagate 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 Soha. Now we get to wake up Shanglon, put him to work. Ram Yam Kam Ahong Ho Ha He. Vincent Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Bakbadang Le Shilunja Tuktin and Lutso. Vincent Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Bakbadang Le Shilunja Tuktin and Lutso. Vincent Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Bakbadang Le Shilunja Tuktin and Lutso. Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Bakbadang Le Shilunja Tuktin and Lutso. Vincent Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Vincent Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Vincent Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanlon Congadegula Solitude and Nina Tukdam Kang Chinang Sangwe Bache Dakpadang Le Shilunja Chuktan and So Mensen Shanglon Kongregula Sota Chidronina Dukdam Kang Chinang Samay Bachi Dapatang Neshilun Jupchutunund so Mensen Shanglon Kongregula Sota Chidronina Dukdam Kang Chinang Samay Bachi Dapatang Neshilun Jupchutunund so Medicine Protector Shanglon and his retinue, with praise and offerings we invite you. May your heart be fulfilled. Eliminate all outer, inner, and secret obstacles, and spontaneously accomplish the four actions and transmit the common and uncommon cities. Now we're going to speak to each of the Shanglons separately and say their mantra. And at the end of that, we will supplicate Shanglon. I will say some things just to get the ball rolling, but you don't have to just think or ask for what I say. All right. So please, and we'll spend some time meditating on that. Think of things in your life, the things from people and places you care about, and all the bigger picture things as well. So while I'm talking, it's not just what I'm saying. Also include your own aspirations and requests, and yeah. So one mala of the wrathful Shanglon. Om Mahakala Yakshibinda Tita Hum Padratna Siddhi Hum. 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 Om Mahakala Yakshibinda Sita Hum Paratna 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 Siddhi Hum. 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 Om 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 Mahakala Yakshibinda Sita Hum Paratna Siddhi Hum. Mahakala Yakshabinda Sita Hum Bharatna 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 Siddhi Hum. Om Mahakala Yakshabinda Sita Hum Bharatna Siddhi Hum. Om Mahakala Yakshabinda Sita Hum Bharatna Siddhi Hum. Om Mahakala Yakshabinda Sita Hum Bharatna Siddhi Hum. So, Shanglon, we ask him to swiftly remove all obstacles to healing across all directions, everywhere, for all sentient beings, to swiftly bring healing. To bring healing to the planet itself, and to the water and air and earth. Healing down to the smallest microbe which makes part of where we live. To bring healing to those who are really in dire circumstances around the world right now, to those in peril. Remove obstacles for them to be safe and well. To heal what needs healing in the hearts of humans, that we can go forward with compassion and peace and understanding and kindness. To swiftly bring the medicine that transforms the negative emotions of greed and anger and ignorance, and transform them into the positive aspect. May particularly bring healing to the places of the earth that are really in danger right now, and there's so many. Heal what's happening in people's minds with all the fear that envelops everything. Heal the people dealing with this terrible virus right now. And bring around the causes and conditions of healing, that it doesn't spread and become worse. Bring healing to those who have illnesses and struggles that are not visible, and to those dealing with the mental illnesses. Bring healing to the young people who see no future for themselves. We'll just sit with that for a few minutes. Okay. Now we'll talk to the other Shanglon. Om Benzaratna Sita Rakaraki Hum Pat Soha. 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 Om Benzaratna Sita Hum Pat Soha. Om Benzaratna Sita Rakaraki 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 Hum Pat Soha. So we ask this Shanglon from this Shanglon that all beings have the equivalent to them of a safe place, the equivalent of a roof over their head, shelter, food on their table, clothes on their back, access to clean water and safe food and a safe place to be, access to medicines and healers and doctors if that's what they need, access to education if that's what they need, access to jobs if that's what they need, and opportunities, and perhaps access to community. So many people are lonely on this crowded planet of ours. So now is the time to ask for the things that might be happening in your life. Ask for help. Maybe you're about to embark on something big and important, a new study course or a new job, or you're buying a house or getting married or making, moving to another country, looking for work, looking for somewhere to live, taking an important exam. Ask for help. Ask about your health concerns as well, but also ask about the things that are in your life. Ask Shanglon to help you. Maybe you're waiting for a teacher to emerge. Maybe you just need something, but you don't know what. Ask Shanglon to show you. We ask him to inspire those who have plenty to be generous, and that those who receive are grateful. And in particular, I always like to ask him to especially protect our teachers who are precious. We need them. And to protect those who go out of their door every day to help others, sometimes even putting their own lives at risk. All the frontline responders, all the healers of all shapes and modalities, even the people who we don't think about very often, who are out there looking after us and caring for our planet and caring for our children, and teachers and educators everywhere. To find a way to instill peace into the hearts and lives of all beings, so that our whole shared world can be a happier, more healed place. We know it has the potential for that. We know that. So just ask what you need to ask. Think about what you need to think about. We sit for a couple of minutes. Okay. I'm not doing soap tonight. So, through the blessings of the Medicine Buddha, the protection of Shanglon Dorje, and the power of this practice, may all illness, obstacles, and suffering be pacified, and may the healing activity that benefits beings flourish throughout the world. And then we make our dedication. Gewadi Yuthok Nyingthik, Tuachikya Manupa Dei Salago Pashok. By the merit may we quickly achieve the state of Yuthok, the King of Medicine, and through this may all beings be placed on this level. And then we seal our practice with the mantra of interdependence, and we'll do this one 3 times. Om Yadama Hitutabawa Hitan Tishan Tatagato Hayawari Tishan Sayonirada Eva Bandi Mahashamana Soha. Om Yadama Hitutabawa Hitan Tishan Tatagato Hayawari Tishan Sayonirada Eva Bandi Mahashamana Soha. Om Yadama Hitutabawa Hitan Tishan Tatagato Hayawari Tishan Sano Yonirada Eva Bandi Mahashamana Soha. Fabulous. Thank you all for bringing your beautiful energy. and healing the world.
Thank you.
If anyone has any questions or reflections, you can unmute yourself or put something in the chat, whatever makes you happy.
Thank you. The mantras are a lot easier now after listening to you through. So thank you so much.
It's okay. Thank you, Simone. Nice to meet you.
Now we have a medicine Buddha coming up as well.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy and all full on this week. So Sunday is the La Hooking, and you're very welcome to join that. And then next week is Medicine Buddha Healing. So please feel free to join any of those or none, up to you. Thank you,
I
Mia.
have a little question.
Yes, please.
This is my first time like practicing Shanglon Dorje, and although I have some experience with the medicine Buddha, I feel a very strong connection with Yuthok, with Sangye Menla, with Oryen Menla, Guru Rinpoche
Yes.
as the medicine Buddha. And I was just wondering, what's the difference between the two mantras? One is the one riding the horse, and the other one is
The seated
sitting,
one. Yeah,
or the
yeah,
seated one, right?
yeah. So they represent different aspects of Shanglon. So the riding one, no, I might I did say at the start I'm a bit cooked this week. Anyway, one of them looks after the teachings of Yuthok Nyingthik and the Gyud Shi and the Yuthok Nyingthik and all of those things. And the other one, I know this like the back of my hand and I can't remember right now. The other one looks after Tibetan medicine and doctors and the medicines themselves and the people who come to the doctors, yeah, which is, Yuthok himself said Tibetan medicine is for the wise man because it's for everybody. So that's and then the seated one is the one that helps us with our more everyday life problems. So, we talk about the things that we need and we ask for help with things that are going on in our own lives, as well as all these other jobs. As the riding one is like he's bringing, he's the general and he's bringing his army and he's bringing the healing to wherever it's needed on the horse because he's fast. And so he's like the Genghis Khan of healing. He just goes everywhere. So that's very broad brushstrokes. I do have really good notes, and if you like, I can send you some information in more detail. Yeah, pop your. Oh no, I've got your email, I think, haven't I? Yeah, because you got this.
Thank you. It's a very beautiful and powerful practice, and it's
It
amazing.
is, yeah, it is. It is a really powerful practice. We used to do it every week. I offered it every week for about 4 years. And then last year was a bit of a challenge year for me, so we had a bit of a break. But this year we're doing every month, and as well as medicine Buddha on the other days. Yeah, but I also love the Oja Menla practice. That's my daily medicine Buddha practice. That one, I love that one. Yeah. So, but feel free to email me with any questions. I'm sorry that was a little bit of a brief description of the two, but I'll send you some notes.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. Oh, what's your email address? So maybe we can.
Aurora Healing Center. I'll put it in here.
Please do, so I can.
And some of the monasteries have separate rooms up high that just do this practice. And it's the senior lamas and the abbots that do this practice every week.
Shanglon Dorje? No.
Yeah,
This is a medicine one.
We were sent to it by Geshe Doga. And we went and did those pujas with them.
There's other
Yeah, some of
protectors,
the
but
monasteries. No, these ones actually as well for the protectors. They did that as well. The medicine ones as well as the ones for the monastery. We were very lucky. Carol will tell you where we went. and we got
Because mostly it's not done in monasteries. There's one monastery in Tibet that we went to that does it.
Yeah.
Because it's got the medical association. Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless they were practicing the Yuthok Nyingthik, which they don't, they wouldn't be doing this one. But it doesn't matter.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
but it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Tashi Lumpur is where we went. Tashi Lumpur.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thanks a lot. It's really
It's a
wonderful.
pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining us.
thank
Hopefully we see you again soon.
The Lahu
Sorry?
King is amazing if he hasn't done the Lahu King. That's just amazing. So, all right. Thank you very much.
I will see you
Looking
all
good,
when I'm
Karen.
looking
You're
at
looking
you.
good. For someone who said
Oh,
they're
thank you.
frazzled, you're looking good. Good night, everyone.
See you all. Take care.
Good night.